Hi guys, please subscribe to this channel and like the video to support my project, and we are starting a new adventure. Today I will show you a very interesting historical place. In the center of Kyiv you can get to the 19th century. 200 meters from Independence Square there is a 19th century building. This building houses one of the three museums dedicated to Ukrainian poet Taras Shevchenko in Kyiv. The Memorial Museum transports visitors to the years 1846-1847, when Shevchenko lived in Kyiv. The street on which Shevchenko lived was once called Gold Swamp. This house is a monument of bourgeois wooden architecture of the first half of the 19th century. Now a museum is located here, the exposition of which highlights Kyiv period of Taras Shevchenko's life and work. According to the memorials of contemporaries, the interior of the room where the poet lived and the workshop where he worked are reproduced here. Unfortunately, the original items, including the tasseled clothing, were evacuated to safety due to the war. I will tell you a little about the history of this house. It was built in 1835 in the former Gold Swamp Lane. This is a characteristic wooden structure of the first half of the 19th century, which was built according to a typical project intended for narrow streets and alleys. A small one-story house was built of pine logs. In addition to the house, it had 6 rooms. It stood on a brick semi-basement in which there were 4 rooms, a kitchen and a laundry room. It was the typical house of a minor official. The owner of the house was Ivan Zhytnytskyi, a college secretary, a 14th grade official, a good friend of Ivan Zhytnytskyi, whose letter helped young Taras Shevchenko enter the Academy of Arts. If you know a little about the Ukrainian literature, you know that Taras Shevchenko was not only a poet, but also an artist. But I will tell the story of the poet's harvest in one of the next videos. Taras Shevchenko settled in this house in 1846. Together with Shevchenko, 2 of his friends, the artist Mykhailo Sazhyn and the poet Oleksandr Afanasyev-Chuzhbynskyi, lived here. Taras Shevchenko's apartment consisted of a small room, the window of which opened onto the street, and a workshop located in the attic. Together with Mykhailo Sazhyn, Taras Shevchenko painted Kyiv landscape, hoping to publish an album dedicated to Kyiv. At that time, Taras Shevchenko worked for the Kyiv Archaeological Commission and on its behalf created a series of architectural landscape in different provinces of Ukraine. In April 1846, Taras Shevchenko joined the Cyril and Methodius Brotherhood, a secret political organization founded on the initiative of Mykhailo Sazhyn. The statute and other program documents of this organization were concluded with Shevchenko's influence. In the summer of 1846, Taras Shevchenko wrote 2 ballads, The Mermaid and the Lily, using oral folk legends and tales. On November 27, 1846, Taras Shevchenko submitted an application in the name of the trustee of Kyiv Educational District for admission to the position of drawing teacher at Kyiv University, for which he was approved on February 21, 1847. But in March 1847, after a denunciation, the arrest of members of the Brotherhood began. Shevchenko was arrested on April 5, 1847, and sent under escort to St. Petersburg and imprisoned in the casemate of the so-called 3rd Department. After Zhytnytskyi's death, the house changed owners several times. During this time, the house and the garden changed a bit. In particular, the garden increased in size. After 1917 and until 1925, the building became the property of the state and was used as an ordinary dwelling. On November 10, 1928, the Museum of Shevchenko was officially opened for visitors. During 1928 till 1941, the museum was replenished with original works of Soviet artists. The expositions changed from time to time. However, in the post-war period, the exposition was poor and imperfect. In 1969 and till 1973, the complex reconstruction of the building was carried out, with the task of restoring the appearance of the building during Taras Shevchenko's stay there. In the museum, you can also see an album of Taras Shevchenko artworks. And this is that workshop where Taras Shevchenko worked. One of the expositions of the museum is dedicated to the people who lived in this building. Among them is Nadia Surovtseva, the first woman doctor of philosophy in Ukraine. At the end of the tour of the house, you can also visit two expositions. The first one is dedicated to the artist Vasyl Krychevsky. Taras Shevchenko's House Museum was opened thanks to the active work of the artist Vasyl Krychevsky, the author of the Ukrainian state coat of arms. It was he who initiated the creation of the Shevchenko Museum in this building. The second exposition is dedicated to Roman Ratushny. Roman Ratushny was an activist who did a lot for the development of civil society. He helped the museum and contributed to its development. Unfortunately, Roman recently died in the war. In the garden to our left is a mulberry tree that grew here even in Shevchenko's time. That's all for today. I thank you for your attention. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. And see you in the new interesting places.